In the heart of every American coin lies a story, but some coins tell tales so rich in history that they become more than money. They become living pieces of the past, and the 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter is one of those rare treasures, a coin that carries the legacy of a town that changed the course of a nation, a piece of metal that connects us to revolution, rebellion, and resilience. Join me as we journey into the past, uncovering the secrets, value, and legacy of this remarkable quarter dollar. The 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter dollar is a part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which was launched by the United States Mint in 2010 to honor national parks and historic sites in each state territory and the District of Columbia. This program was designed to run until 2021, releasing 5 new quarters each year, with designs that reflect the unique history and culture of different locations across America. The Harpers Ferry quarter was the 3rd coin released in 2016, and the 33rd coin overall in the series. Its release date was June 6, 2016, and it quickly gained attention from both coin collectors and history enthusiasts alike because it features one of the most significant historical sites in West Virginia, Harpers Ferry National Historical Park. This park is not only a beautiful location, but also a site deeply tied to the Civil War, to Ferry National Historical Park. This park is not only a beautiful location, but also a site deeply tied to the Civil War, to abolitionist history, and to the industrial past of America. The reverse design of the coin showcases John Brown's fort, the building where the famous abolitionist John Brown made his last stand during the raid of October 1859. The design by Thomas Hipshin and engraved by Phoebe Hemphill captures the fort in meticulous detail, showing its brickwork, windows, and the surrounding scenery. It stands as a reminder of the events that took place there and the ideas that shaped the nation. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932 and modified for the America the Beautiful series by William Cousins. The P Mint mark indicates that this quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary production facilities of the United States Mint. The history behind Harpers Ferry is rich and complex. The town itself is located at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, a location that made it strategically important for trade, travel, and military purposes. In the early years of the United States, the Federal Armory, established here in 1799, became one of the largest producers of firearms in the country, but the name Harpers Ferry would forever be etched into American history because of John Brown's raid. John Brown was a radical abolitionist who believed that armed insurrection was the only way to end slavery in the United States in October 1859. Brown and his small band of followers seized the Federal Armory at Harpers Ferry, intending to spark a slave uprising. The raid was unsuccessful, and Brown was captured by forces led by Colonel Robert E. Lee, but the event sent shockwaves across the nation, intensifying the tensions between the North and the South and bringing the country closer to civil war. The building known as John Brown's Fort served as the last defensive position for Brown and his men during the raid. Although the structure has been moved and reconstructed several times, it remains a powerful symbol of resistance and a centerpiece of the Harpers Ferry National Historical Park. When the United States Mint chose this site for the quarter, it was a decision to honor not only the physical beauty of the park, but also the deep historical currents that run through it. Coin collectors value the 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter for its historical significance and its place within the America the Beautiful series in uncirculated condition. These coins can be worth more than face value, especially in higher grades, graded by services like PCGS or NGC coins, with mint errors such as double-die obverse or reverse or off-center strikes can be worth significantly more. In the broader context of American coinage, the Harpers Ferry quarter continues a tradition of using circulating currency to tell the story of the nation, just as earlier, commemorative programs like the state quarters captured the diversity and history of the 50 states. The America the Beautiful program brings attention to the places that have shaped the national identity for collectors. The 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter offers multiple points of interest. The artistry of the design, the historical resonance of the subject, and the challenge of finding coins in pristine condition. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of these quarters for circulation, but finding perfectly preserved examples can be difficult due to the wear and tear of everyday use. Many collectors seek out rolls or bags of uncirculated coins directly from the mint or purchase certified specimens graded MS-65 or higher. The market for this coin also reflects trends in modern numismatics, where coins tied to strong historical narratives tend to hold collector interest more than those with generic designs. In addition, the Harpers Ferry quarter serves as an educational tool, introducing new collectors and the general public to the events of John Brown's raid and the broader history of Harpers Ferry, National Historical Park. This is part of why the America the Beautiful Quarters program has been so impactful. It bridges the gap between history and hobby, between past and present, by putting pieces of that history directly into people's hands. In examining the minting process for the 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter, we can see the precision and craftsmanship that the United States Mint applies to its modern coinage. The Philadelphia Mint uses high-speed presses capable of striking hundreds of coins per minute, yet each design goes through an extensive process of creation, from the initial concept art to clay models, digital renderings, and finally the master dies used to strike the coins. The design for Harpers Ferry had to capture architectural details in a very small space, demanding a high level of skill from both the artist and the engraver. The result is a coin that rewards close examination, with fine lines, textures, and a balanced composition that stands out in the series. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of the 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarters, but as with all coins, condition is key for collectors. Coins graded at Mint State 65 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC can command prices above face value. Error coins from this release are especially desirable among collectors. Varieties such as double die obverse, where elements of Washington's portrait or lettering appear doubled off-center. Strikes where the design is not properly aligned, and die cracks which appear as raised lines on the coin surface can increase value dramatically in some cases. Such errors have sold for hundreds of dollars. The minting process for this quarter began with the creation of master designs, which were sculpted digitally and then translated into physical models. The models were reduced to coin size, using a pantograph, and used to create master dies. These dies were then used to strike the design onto blank planchets under high pressure at the Philadelphia Mint, ensuring sharp detail and consistency. Yet despite modern technology, some imperfections inevitably occur, leading to the collectible error coins mentioned earlier. In terms of cultural impact, the Harpers Ferry quarter serves as more than a collectible item. It is a miniature history lesson that circulates in the hands of millions of Americans. Each coin carries with it a story of courage, conflict, and change. For many people, encountering the coin for the first time may spark curiosity about John Brown, the abolitionist movement, and the Civil War era. In this way, the coin fulfills one of the great purposes of commemorative currency, connecting the present to the past and inspiring further learning.